Welcome to this demo about BugFinders. BugFinders is another platform with the same idea of Utest. It helps you to work from home as a tester and find defects and get paid for it. Also, it has cycles, but here it's called the projects. It has defects. It's the same idea. It has test cases. Of course, also not all the cycles or the projects has test case. Here your environment is called devices. We will go through BugFinders interface and try to see what's the difference between it and Utest. I will not show you how to create an account, it's very easy. However, there is some difference here about adding the devices. If you go to your account details, you will find a tab called account details. It's your username, your email, and another tab called personal, some info about yourself, tab called experience. You speak about your experience. This is a similar page like this in Utest that you can state my functional testing experience and performance if you have, and usability, security if you have. You can state all of those here in the experience tab. Here it comes, the devices. When you add a new device, you have to confirm it. So you add a device just like the way we added in Utest. But here, BugFinders ask you to log into a specific URL from your device. So if I added iPhone 6, I have to go to this URL from iPhone 6. That way he makes sure that you already have this device. This check is not done by Utest. The payments you have to select here if you are interested to get paid by PayPal or Payoneer. Also, there is something need to be clarified here. BugFinders pay for you with GBP currency and Utest pay with USD currency. So you have to make another Payoneer card for BugFinders. Of course, PayPal doesn't have this issue. If your country supports PayPal, so you don't have to use Payoneer. You have to add a proof of ID, your passport copy, your national ID copy, just a photo scan of it. And you can change password. So the main difference is in devices. You can add your device here, but you have to confirm or verify it. Okay, at home page, there is a little notification telling you what's missing. So if you didn't verify a device, for example, it will appear here. So the site is giving you a notification about what's missing in your profile. There is some statistics about the defects you have found, what's approved, the test cases you have done with them, the recent projects. Also, BugFinders sends you notification like Utest. If you are invited to a specific cycle, it will send you a notification. Once you get the notification, you come here and accept or reject. Summary about my payments, the recent payments, and also there is a lot in history. We have the recent projects. Let's check any project, see how it looks like. Here in the project, we have some guidance. Those are not changed per project. We have some guidance. We have bug severity standard. You have to read those once. There is some details about the cycle itself and some special instructions. And there is the pricing, how much they will pay per bug. This is different from project to other. The same is in Utest. Special instructions and also what's in scope, what's out of scope, and the non-issues. Non-issues, it's usually blank, but if the client knows some issues in his application and don't want you to add those issues again, so it's telling you, we know that our application have those issues, please don't report them again. Let's go through defect statuses. Here is a defect statuses unverified. Once you add a new defect, it becomes unverified. Invalid means it's not correct. Open means it's approved. Retest means that it's approved and fixed, and in status of retest. This is like the fix verification cycles in Utest. Here they reopen the cycle and you can, or another tester can retest the defect. So its status comes to retest. If it's fixed, you will do it retest fixed or retest failed, depending on the result of checking the defect. Of course, they also have not a defect and environmental. So this defect happened because environment issues. It's not a real defect. There was something going wrong in the server, for example, and there is a known issue. And there is a URL that will help you a lot. It's help. You will find at the footer of the page a help link. This is showing you the frequently asked questions on BugFinders. How do I get paid? Why can't I see my defects? How do I raise defects? How do I delete a defect or a bug? How do I delete my account? A lot of questions. You will find them very useful. So let's try to add a defect and see what's the differences between this platform and Utest platform. While adding the defect, you write a title for the defects, same like Utest. You select type. You select reproducible. This is like a frequency in Utest. Impact. This is like severity in Utest. And here, while you are writing the title, it's telling you if there is another defects in the same project have the same title or have another title close to this one. So it gives you a tip if you are writing a duplicate defect. Of course, you can also search in the defects for writing your issue. And you have to add a detailed description, steps, what actually happened, what's supposed to be happened, the URL that has the issue, if you are testing a website, the URL or the page that having the issue, what actually happened, what was expected, same logic as Utest. Also, you have to upload at least one snapshot, and the other is optional, the before is optional, and a video recording your issue and your affected environment. This will be a drop down list to pick from your environment. So this is generally BugFinders. They don't have forums here, they don't have courses, but they have a lot of cycles. Also, I didn't see in BugFinders any security cycles, only functional. Also, the same tips: start early, read everything very carefully. Not all the cycles has test cases. This is also an exploratory testing. If you didn't find any defect in your first cycles, try to read other users' defects to learn from them, what they have done, to check their attachments. So if you didn't find any defect, you can learn from others' defects. So next time you should be prepared. So that's it. Good luck.